This is a P.A.S. Report podcast sound clip. Listen to the full episode by going to the PASreport.com, iTunes, or any major podcast platform.
They all have the same thing in common. They all talk about the collective. They all talk about the comrades. They all talk about anti-capitalism. And yet the media actually promotes these organizations as if these are mainstream organizations, as if this protest is really about race. And yet now we're seeing abolitionist statues being torn down. We're seeing monuments, veteran monuments being defaced that have nothing to do with race in World War II. So how do we push back against the narrative when you have 90% of the media outlets that are actually aiding and abetting the socialist push in this country?
I think the first thing to do is to start thinking creatively about this. I mean, Antifa, Black Lives Matter, these are criminal gangs. Now, we have very good laws, including RICO statutes, in which you can prosecute these guys as criminal gangs. So that's a starting point. We don't need to go sort of defend these monuments. We're always on the defensive. We should be going after these groups and attacking them pretty much the way Giuliani went after the mafia. That's the way to bring them down. Once you start grabbing some of these thugs off the street and indict them, prosecute them, they've got 10-year sentences. Trust me, all these other wimps will dissipate very, very quickly. That's step number one. The other thing is to
interrupt you for 1 second, but what happens when the bureaucracy is too afraid to start arresting?
This is the point, that it isn't the government's hands, because you or I are not going to form a vigilante squad or a militia to go protect the Lincoln Monument. We rely on the government. Now, if a Democratic mayor or a Democratic governor is going to let this happen under their watch, then it might happen. But there is also federal protection, particularly for federal monuments. And constitutional liberties are not suspended. I mean, when these guys in Seattle declare an autonomous zone, as if like the Constitution doesn't apply here, guys, really? No, you can't do that. You're not allowed to do that.